So, my name is Will Kosnick, the operator here at Cosland Farms here in Berlin, Michigan. It's starting to get dark, but got to get the daily stuff done. The only downfall to having a different 9-to-5 job would be being able to try to run some kind of farm, or if it's cattle or really whatever it ends up being. Trying to have a 9-to-5 job separate and off of the property. It's kind of the downfall. I'm an IT guy for a construction company here in Metro Detroit. Before we get dark here, I'm gonna get these girls moved. Got to get this other stock tank all filled up for them. So we're gonna get working on that, and then I'll get them moved and get them over on this piece of pasture coming up here for the next probably 2 days, maybe 3. It's a larger chunk. Right now I don't have this all set up to be a daily move. And again, with having a 9-to-5 or really an 8-to-5, and I work 45 minutes from home. So I got to get up early enough to take care of chickens, meat chickens, layers, make sure the cattle have water, get all the normal stuff, daily stuff done. I wouldn't call it micro management or micro farming. We've got a total of 10 acres here in Michigan, but I've got the cattle on about 6 of it. See, one thing I'm really trying to learn here is more or less trying to find the best way to get them what they need and as often. You can read and watch enough videos, and so many videos that, like, for me, my head started to explode. You can read 1,000 things, or 1,000 different articles about the same topic, and come up with 900 different ways to do things. Yeah. Calves are still pretty skittish here. See, they'll be good here for a couple days and be ready to rock and roll and get the grass that they need. It's pretty much the very first thing that we did when we got the property a couple years ago is we got chickens. My wife Rachel wanted to get, everyone says, start small. I think she wanted like 8. And she's looking at, if I order from Meyer Hatchery, it's cheaper when we get free shipping to get 10 or 12. We're going to start with 8. Ended up going to, I think, 12. Now we've got like 25. And turkeys. And I do meat chickens. And but that's kind of the name of what we've decided really works for us, at least, is just try it. There's nothing wrong with deciding, hey, this isn't for me. Or hey, I decided I want to do this now. It's like, hey, I want to have 50 chickens. And you might go, 20 was enough. I'm not going towards that goal. It's okay to do that. It's okay. I think the idea of saying, hey, it's no good, you're just going to give up. It's not a matter of giving up. It's, I'm going to change my direction. I'm going to focus my energy on something that is better suited for me. You don't want to be changing, every 2 weeks. I'm going to try this now. I'm going to do this. Maybe small, minute changes to what you want to try. So I started with 2 pregnant heifers, and they were about a month away from giving birth. And I thought, well, if I'm going to grass feed, it's going to take about 2 years to get beef. And then after that, I got to keep that going. So I have to either get a bull or borrow a bull or do artificial insemination. But then I decided, it's going to be 2 years before I get beef. I do have friends that I have been buying beef from for years. But then I decided, okay, well, I'm going to get two feeders so that I can have something for next year. Because I already have a side of beef right now for my friends. And so I got 2 feeders that'll be ready to go in July. And so far so good. I've had no problems with the cattle. Really, my first dive into it was in February when I got them, and I feel like I'm going to keep going that route. But if I end up saying, you know what, 6 is just too much because I'm going to have the cows for a while and then 2 steers basically every year that I could basically, butcher have the feeders butchered next year and then just keep an influx of steers. But the idea is, okay, could I have just 2 steers every year? Should I get, 2 steers every year and then a couple feeders? I've got more room. But, and everyone told me, just start with feeders. Start with feeders to get used to it. I'm impatient, and I did not heed anybody's warnings. I did not heed anybody's warnings, including Justin and Rebecca's, to just go with feeders. So I went with cow-calf operation right off the bat. And so far, so good. I haven't wintered them yet, so we'll see how it goes. So if after the winter and I decide, hey, this was a pain in the butt, well, then I make that choice. And then I tweak what I'm doing at that point.